In the heart of London's buzzing tech district, Elias Morgan worked as the cybersecurity lead for a mid-sized fintech company called Signalink Technologies. Known for being meticulous and calm under pressure, Elias had recently closed a vulnerability in one of their older backend systems, a so-called backdoor that, if exploited, could let attackers access sensitive financial data. The fix had gone smoothly, logs were clean, code was locked down, and Elias had moved on to new projects. But just 2 weeks later, chaos erupted. At 3:12 a.m. on a Monday morning, Signalink's monitoring systems lit up red. Intrusion detected. Within minutes, large chunks of customer data were encrypted, systems were hijacked, and ransom notes started flooding inboxes. By the time the sun rose over the Thames, damage control was in full swing. The internal investigation pointed to one chilling conclusion. The hackers had entered through the very same backdoor Elias had supposedly closed. Senior leadership panicked. Under pressure from investors and clients, they needed someone to blame. Elias was suspended, then formally terminated. No exit interview, no real discussion. But Elias knew the truth. He had closed that door, so how had it been reopened? Driven more by betrayal than pride, he hired a tech-savvy lawyer and began his own audit. Though cut off from Signalink's current systems, Elias had local backups of key logs from the day he implemented the patch, and from these, he found something strange. A silent update had been pushed to production 3 days after his fix, and not by him. The user ID, J. Clark admin, belonging to James Clark, Signalink's senior network architect. James had always seemed helpful, if a bit elusive. But digging deeper, Elias and his lawyer uncovered a trail. Encrypted messages on James's work laptop, offshore crypto payments, and even shell contracts linking him to a supposed incident response consultancy, a firm called Vortican Recovery, which Signalink hired to help clean up the attack. It all clicked. James had reopened the backdoor, leaked system access to a ransomware group, and then positioned his own external company as the hero. He had engineered the entire breach, and Elias had taken the fall. With evidence in hand, Elias and his lawyer went to authorities. The fallout was swift. James was arrested and charged with conspiracy to commit cybercrime, corporate fraud, and breach of trust. Signalink's CEO made a public apology to Elias, who was offered both his job back and a sizable settlement. But Elias declined. Instead, he launched his own cybersecurity firm, Straylight Security, built around transparency, zero-trust architecture, and open audits. Within a year, his client list included 3 Fortune 500 companies. Quietly, without fanfare, Signalink became one of them. Elias never gloated, but he made sure of one thing: no system under his watch would ever be left with a door unlocked.